Welcome or welcome back to WatchAdvisor on YouTube. It's Alexander speaking, your host, and on your screen you see the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Cosmograph Daytona with the Meteorite dial, and I'm so happy to be able to show you the Everose version with the Everose gold bracelet, the white gold version with the Oysterflex strap or bracelet. They call it bracelet. It is a strap, but they call it bracelet, and the yellow gold version with the yellow gold bracelet. So all three versions of the new Daytona featuring that incredible, beautiful Meteorite dial are on your screen right now. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications. So this won't be a video where I will present you the Daytona chronograph, because I think there's nothing to say about the Daytona, because everything has been said and everything I will say might be already, shown, or you have already seen videos telling you exactly the same. You know the watch is the most iconic sports chronograph on the market, and I prefer to show you the beauty, the really beauty of these watches, because in my humble opinion, this is the Daytona 2.0 you can get with that Meteorite dial. That's the absolutely must-have Daytona. If you're keen to get the one in steel, that's fine, but if you're keen to get one of those, I would say that's even better. These watches are so beautiful in all terms, what Rolex delivers here with the Meteorite dial. And the Meteorite dial makes one thing already clear from the very first moment. Every watch you will buy won't be the same to the next one. And maybe if there is the opportunity that you see two at the same time, and we will show you this with those three watches we have here, the Meteorite dial guarantees individual Daytonas, because the Meteorite dial is always a little bit different and you get your individual watch. It is a classical Daytona. So the case diameter is 40 millimeters. It's, as the Daytona is, 40 millimeters, and showing you the watch from the side, we see the two lug ends, and the lug to lug distance is 47 millimeters. Nothing changes. And from the side, if you see this beautiful polishing, the execution of that polishing from the side, when I'm lifting up the watch a little bit towards Jorge and back, and you see the camera, you see him filming, but you can see how beautifully it is polished. Let me turn it around to show the thickness of the case is 12 millimeters, 47, as I said, is the lug-to-lug distance. You see the push pieces in gold, in Everose gold, that own alloy. Rolex has a very beautiful rose gold alloy. You see the push pieces, the crown, triplock crown, screw down crown, as well as the push pieces do have a security. You need to unscrew first the security to be able to manipulate the start-stop function and reset function, of course. It is Everose gold. Look, some information here. Maybe you're interested. Tapering from 20 in between the lugs to 15 at the clasp. And it is entirely 18 karat red gold or Everose gold, polished, inner links polished, inner part of the clasp with the three-dimensional added crown on the clasp, and polished inner links and matte brushed links on the outside. You see the completely case, the entire case is polished, perfectly executed, looks gorgeous. The bezel with the tachymeter scale is as well polished. We do have lots of reflection. Of course, with such a polished case, when you are handling it in bright light, you have some reflections. That's unavoidable. You can't change that, but I think you get an impression of it. And now please concentrate on that dial. Look what I can do by turning it slightly up and down. You see how it changes the look. You see three-dimensional effects. Wow, it's simply stunning, beautiful. The Meteorite adds something to that watch that any lacquered dial or enamel dial never could do, because, as I said before, it's unique. Every watch is unique due to the fact that the Meteorite is cut in pieces, and none of these dials is equal to the other one. Let me grab the yellow gold one and show it. I am showing you the yellow gold version, and you see, besides that it is a yellow gold case in comparison to the Everose, you see already on the dial, and I'm moving it again as I did before in the camera, and you can clearly see this dial is different to the other and offers another adventurous look in terms of that you have the possibility to discover lots of details on your dial, and you will probably discover more and more the more you put it in different light conditions. And if you turn it a little bit, some degrees up, down, left, right, you will always be able to discover something. It's like a little adventure on your wrist, like cinema on the wrist. You go and you have something to discover. Very nicely executed. Adds a personal note to all of these watches. Now let me show it to you. It is, as I said, 18 karat yellow gold, fully as same as we had it before. You have matte polished links on the outer side. You have those entirely polished, matte brushed links, sorry, and matte and polished links on the inner side. And they look gorgeous with all the reflections. The quality you get here from that bracelet is simply stunning. It's amazing. You see here the Rolex crown three-dimensionally applied on the clasp, very nicely executed. And you see when I do that 360 turn of the watch, how it looks like from the side. Look how perfect this is polished and how it looks like. The sapphire crystal gets an anti-reflective treatment on the inner side, not on the outside. It is a clear decision of Rolex not to use any anti-reflective treatment on the outside unless someone invents or they invent a treatment that cannot scratch. So you see clearly that there are reflections coming. If you turn into light, that is the case with all Rolex watches. Same here, you have the massive triplock crown with the Rolex crown on it, the logo, and you see the push pieces to stop the chronograph have their own security, so you need to unscrew. I do it with the gloves. You need to unscrew, and then how it looks like. And when you unscrew the stop reset at the reset push piece at 4 o'clock, this is how it looks like. There you go. Voila. And now you can use them to start and stop the chronograph. I will show that. Stop. Start. Start. Oh, stop, of course. Doing it the other way around. Start now. Stop, of course. And if we need to reset, I've been watch closely. You will see if I push here now, reset to 0. The second hand is positioned in between the crown exactly at 12 o'clock at 0 and ready to make the next measurement if you want to do it. There you go. And then once you did it, you can secure by winding those securities here. And then that's how the watch looks like. No view. I will open up quickly and I will show you the clasp. Easy link included, but no view to the movement. As always, Rolex watches do not feature a see-through case back. That's how it is. But you clearly see the hallmarks on the case showing you that this is 18 karat gold. They are hallmarked, of course. And this watch is massive. It's heavy. You get really a piece of gold really a heavy watch. Let me show you the clasp. This is the clasp, of course, 18 karat gold. If I would show you it in rose gold, it will be the same. I will do that just a little bit later, so it's always the same execution. And you do also see here the hallmark. It is hallmarked. You see Alpha Uniform 750 showing you that it's an 18 karat gold and nothing else. Of course. So now let me get into the right angle to be able to show you the EasyLink. EasyLink is integrated in the clasp. 5 millimeters plus minus, depending on your needs. If you sweat or if you feel that your wrist is a little bit bigger due to heat or whatsoever, and then you open up. It's difficult to show that with the gloves, but there you go, and you see this is that EasyLink. Depending on which side you're closing it, 5 millimeters more or 5 millimeters less, EasyLink integrated in the clasp, and you are able to adjust 5 millimeters. And if you need to do some more adjustments, of course, screws here for the links, you can easily take out or add some links. If this is necessary, of course, only if it is necessary. I will close now and quickly show you. You close here, and what you get is a solid clicking, really perfect haptics here. And once again, and I will try to show you comparing both watches in the same time, those dials, and you will see that you get this individual look, depending on the light, how I'm turning them. You see how different they are. It's not the same watch. Would you buy the rose gold one? It will be your individual watch, since it is a Meteorite dial and you cannot reproduce clones. They differ. That's the nice thing. Each of them will deliver you really something you might discover under different light conditions and so on, as I said before. The case says waterproof 100 meter. It's nothing new. The movement inside is the 4130. You know that it's a 4 Hertz chronograph movement, 28,800, and the dial swiping, or the second hand swiping over the dial, shows you the 1/8 of a second on the dial. No date, you know that, nothing new. And now let me, as a contrast, show you the white gold version with the Oysterflex bracelet or the rubber strap. So this is the Daytona with the Meteorite dial with the white gold case. Clearly different is the color, of course, and of course the bezel. The white gold version features a ceramic bezel with the engraved tachymeter scale. This is the difference to the other two watches, or the two other versions I've just been showing you before. They all have a massive either Everose or yellow gold bezel, and this execution in white gold features a ceramic bezel. It is a white gold case, as I said before, same dimensions from the side here. Very good looking, very nicely looking, the typical shape. We have the same dimensions, nothing changes. You have the triplock crown. You have the two crowns that enable you to start and stop the chronograph. Let me also show it to you from this side. And once again, look how precisely I see the lens of the camera. There are no distortions, nothing, nada. It's really perfect. Until you get to the sapphire crystal, you have that look. Look, I can show you. Here's the case back. We're turning the watch. We're getting to the flanks. Look how perfectly they are polished. No distortions, nothing. Look, up and down. We're getting to the ceramic bezel and then sapphire crystal. Here, the sapphire crystal. There is an anti-reflective treatment only underneath done, not on the sapphire crystal on the outside. I mentioned it in all the other videos of the Rolex watches before. Rolex will not use an anti-reflective treatment unless one is invented or one is there that will not scratch. It's a good decision. And you see, this is the dial. And now let me show you the dial. You see, once again, a meteorite dial, but again, differently looking, depending on what I'm doing with it, turning it to the left and to the right. And you see how the dial develops in light, gets different shades, different reliefs, different, yeah, look. So beautiful. It is really something I expect the person or one wearing a watch with a meteorite dial to play around all the time, besides maybe looking or checking how late it is or what time it is. Playing around only with the dial in the light to really discover all these little aspects. A meteorite dial delivers you, and I said it before, these Daytonas are not a standard Daytona. They are the 2.0 version, in my humble opinion, the upgrade to really another dimension of the Daytona. An absolute cool watch. And if you're keen to get one, I think you should probably think about to make some extra savings to get the white gold or one of the other ones. And with that dial, this is really an absolute gorgeous watch. And this combination here, black and white, looks good. And now, some words. This is the Oysterflex. But that's, it wouldn't be Rolex if it would be just a simple, another rubber strap. Much more than this. You have some cushions integrated here. You see them, that will not create the effect that the entire rubber strap is connected to the skin. There's always a little bit air floating in between the strap due to the cushion here. And this will prevent you of dramatically sweating under a rubber strap. And this happens if you're wearing rubber closely on your skin. You tend to sweat, and this will not be the case. And on top, it perfectly, and this will, the wrist shots will show that little cushion here literally is perfectly positioning the watch on your wrist, and this is not always the case with a rubber strap. Called Oysterflex, it's written here, Oysterflex bracelet. It's not a strap, it is a bracelet, even if it is made out of rubber. Then you do have, of course, I just need to swipe over, you have the clasp, folding clasp in white gold with a polished inner part, a matte outside. You open up, yeah, with gloves, always the same. Okay, here you go. And you do have Easy Link, of course, also here. This is how it looks like. You see the hallmark on telling you 750, that's 18 karat white gold. It's hallmark, of course, needs to be if it is gold. And you have the Easy Link also integrated here. Here's Easy Link. We're going to open up, and here you see we have these 5 millimeters, extra millimeters. You can do for fine adjustment if you want to, or need to do it. And how is the Oysterflex bracelet set up on your wrist when you are buying the watch? They are different. You have different lengths. The retailer has different lengths, and he will perfectly adjust the length to your wrist size, so it really will sit and perfectly look on your wrist. And those 5 millimeters plus minus give you your personal option to either, to add some millimeters or take some millimeters away. Easy Link integrated in the folding clasp. Once again, I showed it before. You have a really solid feeling, haptic, and that noise. Like it sounds like if a sound engineer would have worked on it when you close that. Incredible. Rolex-like. I can't say more than this. Here once again, the white gold version. So there we go. This is the loom shot of the dial of the Daytona Chromalite, the material that Rolex uses. You just saw the second hand passing on the minute hand. We have a long-lasting, shining, bright watch in darkness, and this is what you want. Yeah, when it's dark, you want to read the time. There you go. So here they are, the three beauties once again, and I will also tell you what you have to pay for them, just in case you are keen to get one of these Daytonas with that meteorite dial. The yellow gold version with the yellow gold bracelet is sold for 39,100 Swiss francs, including 7.7 VAT. The rose gold Everose, Rolex Everose gold version is sold for 41,700 Swiss francs, including VAT, of course. And the white gold version with the Oysterflex bracelet and the ceramic bezel is sold for 32,500 Swiss francs. Your choice. Let me know in the comment section which one would be your favorite watch, in case. Let me also know if what I have been saying concerning the Daytona 2.0, what you think about this expression to name it the 2.0 Daytona, the upgrade to the real super cool one. Do you agree, disagree? I'm happy to read your comments, your thoughts, and if there are some, to answer your questions. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching it, and yeah, come back soon on WatchAdvisor on YouTube. Bye bye.